In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare she can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright, of that I am sure. On TV she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright, of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.
Hi everyone, how are you? How are you all doing? I missed you. I missed you so much. I did take a little bit of a break because I've learned that in this 3I Atlas bullshit that's going on right now, I've learned that things are happening to us and things are changing for us, between us. We're operating different, and a lot of it includes being really, really tired. So there's a couple of things that I could do to improve that. Damn it. Like taking some D3 K2 will help with the energy that I feel is being depleted from my body thanks to this 3 AI Atlas. It's all right. This is coffee. It's all right. I only appreciate coffee first thing in the morning. I don't always appreciate it any other day. All right. So with this 3 AI Atlas, I'm giving myself grace and I'm not pushing myself. And so if I just can't come on, I'm just not going to do it. With that being said, I have so many things to catch up on. And so I decided that Aubrey O'Day would be the first one, um, based upon this 50 cents P. Diddy um, video documentary. I do want to tell y'all that I made a complete mistake, and I thought the P Diddy 50 Cent P Diddy documentary was on Peacock. So I was December 2nd watching the Peacock version of it, and I was very disappointed because I have been studying P Diddy for the past 3 years since Jaguar White Wright has come on the scene, um, and that blue couch. And so I've been watching every documentary I can get on, for 3 years now. And the one on Peacock was representative of all those documentaries. So I'm like, what the hell did 50 capture? Until I found out it was on Netflix. Well, I had canceled my Netflix, and now getting it back is crazy. Like the system will not let me get back on. Um, and I think it's because of the P. Diddy documentary. Like I think they're overwhelmed, and now everybody wants to get back on. I don't know, nor do I even care. Richard invited me to watch it from his house, so I'm gonna watch it from his house, at least episode by episode, not all 4 episodes at once, because it's too daunting. So, with all that being said, I am getting bits and pieces of the documentary as Spirit would allow me to do. And of course, one of the things that came up was Diddy sent 50 Cent funeral flowers. So it sounds to me like somebody about to be unalived. And I know 50 Cent is not scared. I get it. But I also think that this man is now mad, beyond mad. This man is like, I plan to meet the devil. Like, we gonna mingle. And I don't believe that he has any fear. Prior to this jailing, I think you could have pulled him back, but he's at rock bottom. So it's almost like if I go down, which he did, then I'm gonna go down infamous. And so there is a mark on 50 Cent's back, and I'm going to see, could it be successful, and maybe I could help 50. I don't know. I can only do what spirit tells me to do, and maybe 50, who's very smart, can take something from it, from the reading, but that's separate and apart from today. Also, I do want to remind you all that 50 Cent is not the best man out there. So I just think it's funny that two of the craziest types of men are going against each other, because 50 has done things, not nice things. Maybe not to the degree of Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, love. Maybe, and by the way, why did you take the word love from us? Like, dear God, like, I rebuke that. But 50's not the nicest. And so I hate to say it, 50, but the very person that you're coming after are the same entities that will absolutely come after you. I don't know if you get like reprieve from this. Like, this is a selfish move. You're not doing this for anybody, 50. You're doing it for you. So I just want to point that out there, because I refuse to give 50 all this praise, but I will give him respect. That I can do. Yeah. Michelle goes, I was wondering the same thing. The thing that we're not considering is that it's the same circle. It's the same circle. So if it's the same circle, right? Look, think of a circle, same circle of people. They all know each other. 50 was over here, Diddy was here. So they kept not running into each other, except for the time that P. Diddy wanted to buy him clothes, take him shopping. But these stories that you're hearing, it was very easy for 50 Cents to go, you want to talk to me? I'll pay you. Think of all the people that lost money because P. Diddy's in jail. Yeah. Talking about Aubrey, I noticed right after Cassie's case, Aubrey disappeared. And I still don't think Aubrey is saying anything too fantastic, except that she did read an email. Um, my impression is that she was paid off, and I still think she's being paid off. But now I'm wondering, is she being paid off because 50 Cent was like, "Shut your mouth, come over here, and you're going to tell this story differently." Hi, Stacy Lane. How are you? Hi, White Quan. Hi, Malika with the red. Aw, with the black card. But it came out red, but now it shows up red. So funny. Hi, Jenny G. All right. So let's look at some videos, and then I'll do a read on Aubrey O'Day. Oh, by the way, if anybody wants a reading with me, I am available right now as soon as the show is over. So come get a reading with me, 213-458-7408. Also, I am doing the Leo on the All Leo channel. Type P or the All Leo channel. I don't know if I have it here. I'll see if I can find it and set it up for you guys. All right, let's take a look at some videos.
detail, but in this documentary, things are starting to change because she even exposed an email that she got from Diddy back in the day while working on Danity Kane. In this documentary, Aubrey O'Day starts reading old emails that she has from Diddy in March of 2008, which, mind you, is just months before she ended up being fired from Danity Kane in October of 2008. She is reading these very graphic emails, and it's showing in this documentary of Diddy trying to throw advances towards her. And Aubrey O'Day said also Diddy was sending intimate photos of his privates to her also with these emails. Aubrey O'Day starts reading this one specific email from Diddy where she claims that Diddy said, "I don't want to just F you, I want to turn you out. I can see you being with somebody that you tell them what to do. I make my woman do what I tell her to do, and she loves it. I just like to do things different. I'm going to finish watching this adult film and pleasuring myself. I'll think of you. If you change your mind, hit me." Aubrey O'Day does say that she believes that Diddy fired her from Danity Kane because she was refusing his advances. And she said if anybody else that was a boss talked to their worker like this, they would automatically get in trouble for doing something like this. But she believes that Diddy didn't get in trouble because of who he was. Aubrey O'Day even went to talk about the environment that it was like working for Diddy. And she said it was very violent and hectic at times. And towards the end of this documentary, Aubrey O'Day starts getting very emotional, saying that she was contacted by a lawyer by somebody who was filing a lawsuit against Diddy. Now, whoever this person was that filed this lawsuit against Diddy wrote an affidavit and was claiming that they saw something back in 2005 of Aubrey O'Day being SA'd by Diddy and another person. The person that wrote this affidavit said that at the time, Aubrey O'Day looked inebriated, like she wasn't even fully there, but claiming that she was 100% certain that it was Aubrey O'Day that she saw. Aubrey O'Day even said she got in contact with this person that was claiming to see these events happening, and that this person doubled down, saying she knows what she saw. Aubrey O'Day even said that this person that filed this lawsuit and wrote this information about her said, "You can even take it public. I will double down and stand right behind you." You can tell that Aubrey O'Day was obviously very shaken up by this. She said she has known about this accusation for over a year. She is claiming this is something that she has no recollection of, so she is really worried and wondering if something like this actually did happen to her, like this person is claiming. This is only one topic that I do want to talk about when it comes to the Diddy documentary. I feel like there's quite a few things that I want to talk about. But for now, y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
All right. What do you guys have to say? Hi, Carlito. How are you? Let me pull this out. Carlito. Hi, Carlito. How are you? Hey, L. Williams. Oh no, disgusting thing Sean Combs Diddy to his artist. Hope people affected can heal. Me too, because this is not right. Hi, L. Williams. Hi, Miss Sheena. Every time I turn it on, something comes up and I can't get past the first 30. Sheena. So you seem to can't get through this documentary. There might be a reason, child. I definitely think there's a reason why I caught the wrong documentary. Maybe the 51 cent 50 cent one is way more graphic. I don't know. There is one that I want to be careful about. I feel like I should put it on audio. So let me just play this one.
He did that hurt somebody stemmed from his insecurity. And it is his childhood insecurity that stayed with him his whole life. And with him not dealing with that, it bred greed and jealousy within himself. He was envious of all the other people around him that he felt like he was better than, and he felt like he deserved their spot. And when he eventually did earn his place in the world and people saw him for what he was as far as like having his talent, he still was envious and greedy. And it's so crazy because like when you're dealing with an insecure man that has as much greed and pride as Diddy does, nothing is ever enough for him. Diddy could have easily championed himself off of being the producer that's super forward thinking. Even though he's not musically talented, he can curate a vibe and he has a great ear for music. Diddy has one of the best ears for music, you know what I'm saying? As far as like in, not even just hip hop, but like music in general. Diddy is extremely talented in his own way, but since he's not talented in the way that he thinks is normal and other people think is like normal, he doesn't feel like it's enough. He has to take from other people. He has to take other people's spots. And that's why you see him constantly trying to steal side pieces from dudes, constantly trying to force himself onto like his artist platforms and trying to make himself the centerpiece. And this is exactly what happens whenever you live under patriarchy and you're forced into a certain role that you can't uphold. I talk about this shit all the time, bro. And the part that really drove that point home for me was whenever they were talking about how Diddy was pretty much a soft kid. You know what I'm saying? He was getting his ass kicked all the time. And his mom was beating the hell out of him. And she did it to make him a stronger man. But whenever your core basis is to be soft and you're faced with extreme violence and you shrink back into yourself as a little boy, right? And your mother's forcing traditional masculinity onto you through violence and punishment. This is the result, bro. You grow up to be an insecure man that's constantly overcompensating to force himself into being the type of man that they think that they should be instead of just being the man that they want to be. You know what I'm saying? You're constantly overcompensating because deep down, you know that you're still that scared little boy, that soft little boy. And you feel like if you let your guard down and if you let this facade of traditional masculinity slip, everybody's going to see you for what you really are.
Did anybody know that his mom used to beat him? Did I miss something? I'm well. Aw, good for you, Carlito. I hope everyone else is too. Are you guys well, by the way? Because there's a lot going on with this 3 AI Atlas. There's a lot going on. It's making me very sleepy, and I'm having vivid dreams. And I don't dream. So take care of yourselves. All right. Did anybody know that his mom used to beat him? I don't remember ever hearing about that. I do believe this guy, because I feel like I might have heard it somewhere else. Did anybody else hear that?
In a very general way. It isn't until the 4th episode that Aubrey reveals a witness walked in on Aubrey O'Day completely inebriated with Diddy doing things to her, as well as a second man who they refer to as a light-skinned, tall man. Details are very explicit and not anything I could share on here. This witness revealed that it was 100% Aubrey O'Day. It was really uncertain in watching Aubrey's reaction and kind of resharing this story whether or not she fully recollected the situation. She says it couldn't have been her choice to become inebriated because that was never her issue. She never really drank a whole ton. The earlier parts of this series, Aubrey does reveal these series of emails that she got from Diddy. They were all in very sexual nature, in a very sexual tone. He's basically asking her to come over and do certain things with him. It's these very domineering emails where he's basically setting the tone that he's the boss. She says that she felt very uncomfortable about those emails, and 6 months later, she was fired from Danity Kane.
Hi, Stephen. How are you? All right. I have this. I don't know what video this is. Let me see.
That you tell what to do. I make my woman do it.
I don't know if it's that one or this one. Sad.
And she loves it. I just want and like to do things different. I'm gonna finish watching this and finish master. Think of you, happy face. If you change your mind and get ready to do what I say, hit me, happy face. God bless Diddy. God is the greatest.
You know, I want to point something out here, and this is probably one of the problems I'm having with Christianity, whether you're MAGA Christianity or whether you're Black Christianity. So let's stay with MAGA. MAGA Christianity says only they matter, the color of their skin and everything, not the color of their skin, basically should not be here, should be unalive, should die anyway. That's why we get all the Karens of the world that would block a car from exiting because two Latin speaking people, she wants to be able to tell them to go home and could block them, right? That's Christianity, right? And then there's Black Christianity. And that's the one that says God is good, God will take care of you, but they will sleep with your husband. They will turn you in as a trick to somebody else. They will unalive you at a pajama party. These are just some of the stories I get on TikTok. And all in the name of, man, God loves me. Oh, man. Come on, mama. Come on. Hey, come on. Come on. Come on. Let's do this. Now, don't fucking say that to me. Now you go in the bedroom. Oh, come on. All right, guys, I'm so sorry. I have to get my cat a chest harness, um, so that she could go outside, but she doesn't run away. She does really like going outside, and she wants to intimidate the birds. And the birds don't talk to me anymore because of that bitch, but it's fine. It's Animal Kingdom. I did talk to her, and I did tell her, do not touch the birds. They want to live like you do. So if you touch the bird, I probably will unalive you. I had to let her know. So now she's at the point where she just wants to go outside, but she's venturing out more and more. So I'm going to have to get her a harness with a walking string or whatever. So I'm going to have to do it for her. All right. Um, L. Williams says, I didn't see the documentary 50 Cents did on Netflix because I do not have a subscription to the streaming app. Plus, I will not subscribe to either, not wanting to watch it. Yeah, I did that with R. Kelly. There was no way to this day have I watched the R. Kelly doc. I mean, the stories that came out of that. I am better equipped to watch the P. Diddy, but as God would have it, I guess I lost my subscription to Netflix. I don't really watch it. I really don't know how I lost it. Maybe it's on expired credit card, and I could imagine sometimes with my expired credit cards, people are like, don't forget to, do the right thing. And I'm like, fuck you. And I was watching the one on Peacock by accident. And I was like, oh, it's on Peacock. I felt so blessed. And then, so getting back to being blessed, that topic we were talking about, and Black folks, it's very disturbing for P. Diddy to constantly say, God loves me, blah, 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 blah. And that's a play on words, right? That's not God loves me. That's tricking you to believe I am so wealthy and I'm going to use God because I am so wealthy. Who else can do it? Because he can't verbally identify with demons, because to verbally identify with demons goes against Black. We would have dropped him. Here's the thing, we should have dropped him. We should have dropped him. We all had a feeling about him, and we should have dropped him, or any artist that was associated with him. All right, so we didn't, right? Not the end of the world. But now we get to the trial, and now we're all like, this nigga's disgusting, and we will not support him. Everybody but Cherelle Roll, they were 100% supporting him, those two, husband and wife team. But everybody else was like, This is disgusting. This is disgusting. And then in the end, what you all are going to see, I don't know if you guys are prepared for this. What you all are going to see is that P. Diddy has a date to get out of jail. I think it's 20. Hey, John. I think it's 2028. I honestly believe, mark my words, this is not a psychic reading as of yet. He's never getting out of jail. They're going to catch him for Tupac or Biggie. I don't necessarily think both, but they're going to catch him for one of those. And he's going to get 20 years to life. Because what's happening now is that they're setting the stage for the whole entire world to see what a monster he is. So when they finally bring Kakifi up, I think he's going to go to trial. I think he's going to vomit on Diddy. I think Diddy's going to get charged. I think everyone who is a juror is it's going to be impossible. We're going to listen. Don't listen, Trump. Don't let the immigrants go, because we might have to find like a real immigrant to say like, no, I never heard of this Diddy person. Like it's because anybody American, anybody European, like UK, like or is a citizen here, like we're not going to be able to find anybody that's not going to be tainted. We might have to take this case to the Fuji Islands or something. I don't know. But mark my words, he's never getting out. Never. Anywho, I saw the documentary. It was very telling. And I also got bits and pieces because, like you, Lisa, I haven't been watching the documentary, but I am getting bits and pieces from elsewhere. And it's my understanding that he tells on himself in music. And he has basically confessed. That's a good point, Gina. He documented his whole life. He created this destiny. He created his demise. So this is all comedy. The other thing I'd like to point out before I do this reading is there's a discipline out there that has been authorized. Diddy had black music. Epstein had white underage girls. The fashion industry had a couple of people. One of them, Jean-Luc or something like that, he committed suicide, unaliving himself in the same manner that Epstein unalived himself. So I really question these unalivements and whether or not they're really unalived, because so much has been going on in my head and I've been discussing it with you guys. The only picture that they show from Epstein is one with the beard, and his nose is extremely large. And what I can tell you about people's noses do not change. Somebody at 20 has the same nose at 60. Noses don't change. All right? Like the shape of it doesn't change. This man has a puffy Jewish nose in his picture. And that was never his nose. So, what I'm getting from that, is that they never show his mug shot. Because that is not his mug shot. You know how I know it's not his mug shot? Because Diddy was caught on the plane, or he was caught on the plane, and he never went out scuffy. He wasn't a beard guy. Never. You're never going to catch a picture, a video of Epstein with the beard. The only time you find a picture of Epstein with the beard is after he got arrested, and that is not his mugshot. It's a picture after the fact, but that is not his mugshot. I think Epstein is alive. It doesn't matter if I can't prove it. I don't care. I think he's alive. I think someone did die. I think it was his doppelganger. I think they hired someone to switch places with him, telling that someone it's temporary, something like that. I think that man got unalived. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, there is a ring that is so much bigger than all of us that it hit all the industry. Because the other thing I found out is that Epstein had a baby oil thing on his airplanes. Weinstein had the movies. So there were these people at these higher levels, not at the highest, but pretty high up, that was being, I believe, puppeteered and authorized. And for the most part, it was a working format. I think R. Kelly was a part of that. That's why R. Kelly lived in Trump Tower. I think there's a huge, big ring out there. And I honestly believe, and this is where I go back to my Trump video, I honestly believe one of the things that I read in my Trump video, the question was, will he get into heaven? Because he kept asking that question to himself. And he finally decided he wouldn't get into heaven. He made that decision. I saw that he would get into heaven. And it didn't make sense to me, but I try not to question spirit. It is what it is. But then I started thinking on it. And I said, well, God, if he winds up in heaven, you didn't, did I explain why? And if I didn't, let me repeat it. If I did, let me repeat. If I didn't, let me tell you. Without this particular presidency, the second time around, the sex trafficking ring would go unnoticed. There would be no P. Diddy trial. There would be no Epstein being arrested. It's somehow because he is the president of the United States. And somehow Epstein passes. It's because of Epstein passing during his presidency, the first time around, that it opened up a can of worms and makes everything so much more grabbable and insatiable. Like we all have this insatiable appetite now for the truth. And I honestly believe if this man had not been in office, what is unraveling, and there's so much more, we have not seen the videos yet, although they are starting to release videos. They're just not releasing the graphic videos that Epstein, because remember I said that. I said they're going to release some videos. But right now, they're just having you look at videos of what the estate looked like. The estate looks disgusting. But in any case, that's not the point. Make it make sense. So as much as everyone doesn't like this man, but there are plenty that do, but for all those that don't, he absolutely needs to be here. And it's this sex trafficking is the reason why. Oh, R. Kelly stated he wasn't the only one. Isn't that interesting? Hey, sissy. Hi. I believe you. Thank you, peace. Thank you. L. Williams says, I never paid attention to Sean Combs when he was on BET. Neither did I, but you must be very spiritual, Lisa. And other networks at the height of the Bad Boy records never did. I do not follow his trail either. Never did. All this info coming out, not good for image. Now, the other thing I want to say, I feel like I crossed paths with Kim Porter years ago. years ago. I was working for Continental Airlines, and I'll never forget, there was a woman that had a keychain that said Bad Boy Records. I remember she was tall, but I never remember looking at her face. 100%. I remember she was dark skinned, but I can't remember her face. But I remember focusing on the Bad Boy Records keychain. And because I'm psychic, but I didn't know it back then, I remember saying, ugh, like, ugh, like almost thinking, how could you work for him? Not, he hadn't even done anything yet. I think I might have crossed paths with Kim Porter, but nowhere in the record books can I find out that she ever worked for an airline before she became the secretary at Uptown Records. I mean, at Bad Boy Records. I don't know. All right, a lot is going to come out. Plenty of celebrities, yeah. Well, yeah, he did, but that's the thing that's taken him down, and that is the thing that is exposing the sex trafficking. The very thing that he used is the very thing that will make him lose. All right. Oh, all of a sudden my back is hurting. That back, that back. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when he comes for you? Bad back, bad back. All right, Aubrey. My heart goes out to you because I absolutely know what it feels like to not give in to sexual advances. I know what that feels like, right? Now, I joke with you all, and I tell if I have a drink, the dress comes up, I'm dancing. Ooh, ooh, this is my dress. You seeing everything. And so, with that being said, that's why I don't drink because I have to know my DNA. I have to know where I come from. I have to know who I am. And partying hard is not my jam. I hate the way I feel the next morning. But being so drunk that you loosey goosey, I've never been a fan of having someone take advantage of me because I'm loosey goosey. Now, when I used to drink around my family was always there. And I would go find a sofa underneath the coats or somebody's bedroom where all the coats are, get underneath the coats, go to sleep. Usually I would be in a sofa somewhere in a corner. And at every party, I could always hear somebody say, "Where's Tracy? Where's this?" Somebody, "She's on the sofa underneath the coats. I already found her." Like something like that. I also had to figure out 2 drinks, I'm gone. I'm out. So you get a moment of bum bum ba-dum ba bum bum ba-dum ba bum 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 bum. I'm gone. So you're not even gonna get too much fun out of me. The other fun that you can get out of me is if I am knocked out. But here's the thing. I never drank to get knocked out. 2 drinks and I'm out. That doesn't make you drunk. That just means I have an allergic reaction to liquor and I can't hold it. It would not make me drunk. So if anybody ever came for me, oh, I'm going to be up and fighting. So I understand that Aubrey O'Day that says, I don't even drink like that. So how can anybody take advantage of me? I also can't imagine being in an era, a P. Diddy era, where all the drinks are spiked. Now, I personally don't know what I would do if I wound up with a spiked drink. I don't know. I know at some point when I was divorced and going out trying to meet guys, we were told the drinks are being spiked. So they're like, order a drink, but if you go to the bathroom, you have to order a new drink. You can't come back. And I've also learned you can't trust your girlfriends. Like, you can't say, watch my drink. You have to understand that if you walk away from that drink, you have to order a new one. So finish it and then go pee, but you don't come back and take a drink. Now, pity, P. Diddy went one step further. And that's the scary part. None of these girls meant to be like out of their fucking mind. At the bar itself, he had spiked drinks. Aubrey just could have gotten a spiked drink. And he would know which drinks would make you not recollect anything. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying too. Can't trust cousins either. Can't trust no one. Stacey Lane. Can't trust cousins either. Mine tried to set me up to get SA. Thank you. What? See, that's my point. Yeah, it happens to me. At that time, my so-called bestie gave me a drink, um, and that was in it. I didn't even have more than a couple of sips. Oh, honey, how did you make it out of there? Oh my God. Did you make it out of there safely? I mean, you don't have to tell us everything. Just say, no, I didn't make it out. I got compromised. Oh, man, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hi, Irene. Um, Kim Porter was a beautiful person, but got involved with the wrong person. I believe she was abused like Cassie. She was. Cassie took Kim's place to be treated poorly and become a drug addict. Yeah, I met his mother in passing in Brooklyn many years ago. A lot is going to come out from Party Celebrity. Okay. The ice was spiked? Oh my God. You can't win. You can't win. The ice was spiked. Oh, have mercy, Lord. Have mercy. All right. Was Aubrey O'Day R-worded by Diddy? Was Aubrey O'Day R-worded by Diddy? Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about Aubrey O'Day. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see and say. Aubrey O'Day is your love, is your child, is your beloved. Please authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen. Amen. Ooh, Ashe. All right. So this came out as I was, means I'm going to take it now. So this kind of gives me my answer right off the jump, right? It's lower the stage. Aubrey said she didn't want to know if she was at that point, and I don't blame her. Yeah, I get it. But she going to find out. She won't be able to not know. This came out, and this is a drink. I gave her a drink, right? This is how she did not know. So I say that to say, because it wasn't a pill. Someone gave her a drink. This jumped out, okay? So let's leave it right here. All right. This is sacrifice. Again, an exchange of drink, maybe even something like a toast, like let bygones be bygones. We've been arguing so much, but let's just have a drink between us, something like that. Here goes more drinking, right? Here is something that a decision was made. I feel like wherever she was at that time, she should not have been there. And she even questioned it. Like, I don't know if I want to go. He might have attempted this 3 times in 3 different locations. He got somebody else that was there with Aubrey to not be so worried, right? Somebody else helped diffuse the situation. But there was movement. And there was movement, I feel like, to get her. But it was slow moving, right? Didn't want to pounce on her. He wanted to fix her. Remember, what's his nature? Is he the Scorpio? Because I always forget. If he's the Scorpio, remember, Scorpios don't rush. Scorpios catch revenge, but they don't rush. So he waited. It was slow and steady, but he always knew he was going to get her. And I mean, get her physically, Aubrey. All right? You were very strong, and he never broke you. And that was the conquest. He wanted to be able to break you standing up, looking at him in the face. But you never gave him that. So I don't know what kind of fire sign she is. I do feel like she's a fire sign or an Aquarius. Possibly a Libra, but I'm going to check in a minute. I feel like she's more fire. But he never broke your back. He never broke your mind. And it had gotten to the point where if he wasn't going to break you, or it was too hard to break you, he had to let you go because he didn't have the patience to try and figure it out in front of the MTV cameras. The world card meant did he do this after he fired you, Aubrey? Did he do this after he let you go? Because there's something about this that tells me, yeah, you should have stayed away. This is like a bad boyfriend, even though he was never your boyfriend. But I just had a client the other day. I was like, if it's going to be done, let it be done. Like, stop looking for that thing that could put you back within eyeballs of one another. If it's going to be done, it has to be done, period. And I want to say that to you. I think because the circles are the same, right? The same circle that 50 Cent is running in, he's running in. Like, that's my thing. It's like everyone's in the same circles. And maybe at that point is when you should have just come out the business because you were always a marked woman. The final outcome is karma. But actually, this isn't karma for Diddy. This was your karma from Diddy. He was always so shocked that you didn't bend, always. And it made him mad. And so karma in another deck also means judgment. Wait, also means judgment. So I feel like he tried 3 different times to get you. Maybe one was absolutely in your face, right? I'm not sure about the second one, but he finally figured out that if he was going to take you down, you couldn't be awake. That he just wanted you regardless. And he didn't need to get you awake. He didn't need you to be submissive. He just needed you. And there's a lot of men out there that just give up the ghost and it's like, I want to conquer this person, like by convincing them with my mouth, with my eyes, with my amorous ways. But they're that hard to buck against. And so at some point, they're just going to get you lying down. But this changes you forever. Now, you said you heard about this from a year ago. You were forever changed from a year ago. And you are going to take some action because you kind of have to. You're going to have to take the word of the person that said, oh no, this really did happen to you. And on God, I'm going to state it to the police, to the state, to the city, to the federal. I'm going to swear that it was you. So I could help you, but I'm never taking back my word. You're going to be forced to take action. You're going to be forced to deal with this. Our word occurred. But it's about cleansing. Like this stuff with him is not finished with you and him. So whatever it is, you think it's your responsibility in vomiting and purging, people need to hear from you. Because as much as this, and this is the only reason why you know it could be true. Because as much as that other woman knows something about you, you know a lot of shit about others. See how that goes? See how karma is, see how that goes? See how the balance of the scales ain't hitting right? You're not allowed to have information about others and think no one's not going to have information on you. So you're going to deal with this. And pick up your big girl panties and the strength that you have and deal with it. Everybody wants to hear from you, Aubrey. Because the decision will be legal, favorable legal. It's a clean slate. This is very important. I don't mean this in a bad way. As you sow, you shall reap. And because you have secrets, the reap is the same on you. So, Aubrey, you're too young. And you've been holding on to this Diddy shit for years. Time to purge, time to vomit everything that you know. Because this is your cycle that's ending. And you have to prepare to speak out and speak up like you have to. You can't breathe unless you do the right things for yourself and for others. But is it coming down to you in the end? You're getting pulled right in, which means you're going to deal with this. You have to deal with this. Aubrey, you will win. You will win. You will always winning. But I do feel like you are worded. I feel like you will achieve success behind all of this. I think this has compromised you anyway. I don't think you ever reached your maximum potential. And now you can shuck all of this shit up and speak up and vomit up. And now you can have a totally fulfilled, free, powerful Aubrey O'Day life like you always wanted. But now you can have it without the thralls of this P. Diddy guy. Yeah, do whatever it takes to win and get rid of the heaviness that's on your body. To be honest with you, Aubrey, you know, you're not as pretty as you could have been because of all of this that's been on you. But I could guarantee you that if you speak up and you figure some shit out and you understand that, yeah, you might have to talk and yeah, it might drag all these people in this, all your beauty comes back. You're holding in too much stuff. Because this is a time of renewal and awakening, a time to reap rewards of past actions. Keeping quiet about what you know has never worked for you. It always showed in your face. But today is the day, that's the karma card, to wipe the slate clean. He is not allowed to have karma on you. Flip the switch. This is going to be a positive new beginning. All right? Let me see what everybody's saying. Right, Stacey Lane? Her beauty will return. Yes. He's paying for all his crime. Hi, Marcella. Oh, I knew it. I said she was either a fire sign or she's an Aquarius. Oh, this happened after she was fired. There you go. Thank you, sweetie. 211. I knew it. Aquarians don't take no shit. None. He's Scorpio with a Virgo moon. Oh, that makes so much sense now. All right. So at this stage of the game, the answer is you are worded. Period. All right, let me see what else I can get out of this. She might be done with music, y'all. At least maybe singing it or at least being in front of the music. She might be done with the music in that form in front of it or singing it. She might help initiate a group of her own, though. Train a group of her own. Maybe a group of sisters. She is worried. She's more worried about getting victory. Um, Legally, money wise, I don't think she's going to get money from him at this stage of the game. Too many lawsuits out there. But she might be, there's money around her though. There's a case around her. Maybe it's a contract or something. Um, but Aubrey, just be careful what else you do from this point on because I do feel like you're going to be sought after. Just make sure you're not in the same bullied game that you were in with Diddy. But everything changes. She's going to move forward. She's going to put a tail between her legs and she is going to trust God in the process and she is going to figure out how to move forward. She will. There's a lawsuit coming. Um, oh, all right. There is definitely money around you. You just need to fight for your right. Why do I feel like there was a pregnancy at one time, Aubrey? But maybe you could not keep the baby. And if a pregnancy did come out of this, was it a result of this bodyguard and Diddy doing something to you? The fact that you don't have any memory of it doesn't mean a pregnancy didn't occur. It just means you may have gotten pregnant and didn't want to keep the baby, but maybe didn't know that the pregnancy resulted from the R situation. don't blame yourself because this happened to you. And I also think it was planned. I don't think it was spontaneous. I don't think like you showed up at a party and he was at the party. I think it was like you showed up at a party or an event and you were like invited or you knew Diddy was, so you weren't afraid. Um, but I think it was planned on you. So it was like an event that you thought you were coming to and feeling safe about. But the event was for you. It was a trap for you. I really want to know who you came there with. That person. That's, see, there's some missing components here. Who did you come with? Because you would have not have come alone. So where's the tag team in this situation? And if you didn't know it, how'd you get home? Right? How'd you get home? Like, how was all of that in the end taken care of for you? And if you came alone, like, that's what I'm not hearing the whole story. Not from you, because you were in your mind, you weren't there. So it's not you. But now I'm wondering who you came with and how did that fly over with the person that you came with. And this is why you're going to figure out that it's true. Be in shock all you want right now, but this is why you're going to figure it out. I do feel like an abortion was had, and it might have been just around the same time of this R situation. All right. So I'm not sure if she's going to get money from him. I'm not really getting money from him. Um, I don't think he has the money, and I think on bated breath to wait for money from him is ridiculous. I think she can have a case and a lien against him, but I don't think she's ever going to see the light of day of money from him. I think just her figuring out what the hell happened to her, I think the public will support her. I think she can have a career or have a career based upon building up a group of girls similar to her. And I think that she could make her money a whole nother way. As far as singing and dancing, I don't really see her doing that anymore. I haven't seen it lately, anyways. But I think she's going to need a lot of healing to do. Yeah, I wish Aubrey O'Day healing from her trauma so she can find a new path. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. L. Williams. Why Juan says just because a person doesn't drink like that doesn't mean anything. You would have had to not drink at all to not become his victim. And she said she didn't drink. She said she didn't. So it might have been something like, because predators have that thing about them. So it might have been, let's sip to say it's done and we're good. And she could have done a sip, but the sip could have taken her out, right? And maybe the sip could have taken her out and they could have put a needle in her. That's another way of not knowing what the hell happened. What if she just got knocked out, but somebody put a needle in her? I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard about needles so far, but I know drugs was a component. So if drugs was a component, needles are a part of drugs that are a component. I don't know. Ah, Oprah's mom is a lawyer. Okay. I mean, I think, oh, I hate when I put these cards back, but I think I saw the Ace of Swords somewhere. I saw the Ace of Swords. That's a needle, you know? That's a good point. No, that's a really good point. It could have been anything if he was lacing the ice. So I don't know what out there could taste not nothing, but could knock you the fuck out like a fucking elephant. She could have just had Coca Cola. Yeah, I don't think it's about drinking. I don't think I said it was about. Oh, and I said I don't think it was about drinking, meaning liquor, but I do believe that the form was through a drink. That's what I was trying to say. Not necessarily drinking. All right, guys. Aubrey, it happened. I'm sorry to say this, but it happened. So let's look at it. Let's face it. Let's fucking fight. Get your life back. It's been 20 years of all of this bullshit. It ends today. Now we fight. All right, sweetie? Oh, from what I can tell, so far, from what I can tell, Justin is in trouble. From what I can tell. Just from this documentary, Justin is in trouble. Justin saw a lot. Oh, child. He must have. Ugh, Justin saw a lot. Um, Christian, I think, is in trouble because of his daddy's DNA, right? Um, and the one that scares me the most is Al B. Sure's son. He's the one I trust the least. Too quiet, too pretty, too sneaky. All right, I'm going to leave it just like that. Rescuer. Oh, Aubrey, I'm sorry, sweetie. Spirit never lies. You're the rescuer. I'm sorry. You're going to have to step up to the podium. And you're going to have to do your due diligence. And you're going to have to decide immediately your role. And it's to finish this, sweetie. It's time to finish this. You're safe. You're just as safe as Cassie. So whatever you know, say it and follow suit against him and put a lien against anything that he sells or that his mama sells. Rescuer provides strength and support to others in a crisis. Acts out of love with no expectation of reward. That's you, sweetie. Provide strength and support to others in a crisis. Acts out of love with no expectation of reward. Observe whether you have always sought to help those in peril, whether for altruistic or selfish motives. It's funny how this isn't done, Aubrey, and you are the key. Now remember, you're an Aquarius, so just by nature, with the whole world, and what is it? Pluto in Aquarius? It's just who you are to pour into others. And no one's asking you to fix this. We're asking you to tell your truth. What do you know? Because that will fix you and that will help so many others. So, I see a documentary just on you and how, in the end, you were the one that closed the coffin on this whole disgusting era. Like you get to close the coffin on an era of disgusting behaviors. You could do this. I have faith in you. Yeah, I said that earlier. I don't know if you heard me, Quan. This man is not getting out. He's going to be hit either with Tupac or Biggie. I don't know which one, but he's going to be hit with, I think he's going to be hit with Tupac initially after Kafifi goes to trial. Oh, child. Didn't Trump bring up Kafifi? Isn't that like so many things are going on that's so connected and so weird? All right, guys. I am available for a reading right now. Come get your reading from me. Also, did I write this down? Also, there's a lot of things that I'm doing. So this is the call for a reading, 213-458-7408. Also, I am doing $25 activation readings. I'm going to do it later on today for another client. So get your $25 activation readings. Depending upon where you live or what's your cultural background and what has happened, um, I for somebody that I knew, I did the LA fires. For everybody else, I did the Ethiopian volcanic activation. But depending upon your cultural background and where you live right now, it might have something else might have been happening. So I might add that to the event, like include that in the event. And all I need is your birth date. All right. And I'm also on Hypesy now. When I'm on Hypesy, I'm gonna go to IG and I'm gonna say I am live right now, and I'm gonna go to Hypesy on odd hours. Like if I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I can't sleep. Rather than lay in bed and toss and turn, I'm gonna be live on Hypesy. If I get up too early, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna be on live on Hypesy. So I'm gonna make the announcement on IG, and then you could see that I am available to work with you on hypesy.com/Tracy Brown. That's how you book me. All right, everyone. So come get your reading with me. 213-458-7408. And thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate everyone that lets me be me. Great discussion and reading. Thank you, L. Williams. Have a great day, and I will catch your next reading. Thank you, sweetie. Hi, Tracy. What an activation reading. So, the activation readings is based upon a 12,000-year-old volcano that erupted. That is significant change in all of our lives. Nothing can stay the same when a 12,000-year-old volcano erupts. So it's for you to discover, what does this volcanic energetic explosion, what does it mean for you as an individual in America, in the UK? Like, let's get some advanced knowledge so we know exactly what to expect. All right. But something was activated when that volcanic eruption occurred. All right. So come get your readings, and it's only $25, and I do it with Chat GPT. So I'm about to do one today, probably in the next hour. I'm about to do one. So come listen. But it is profound. I started with myself and I was in awe and shock. And I've done 4 since then. This is probably my 5th one. All right. So I do the reading. I post it on YouTube. But I also give you the written documentation. So you have it in writing as well. I text it to you. All right, guys. Love you dearly. Oh, and if you go to tracybrownlive.com, you could book it straight from there. If you go here, you can book it straight from my .com. Or you could text me. Either one is fine. 213-458-7408. Take it easy. Bye. Embarrassing.
In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare. She can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.